Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to my daily Arabic vocabularies. I am Mudaris Sulaiman Ali. Happy listening. We are going to learn from this lesson how to change the Arabic verb liyatulub to suit some certain pronouns in Arabic. Fi'lu amr, command. Fi'lu amr, command. We are going to learn how to instruct others to do something in Arabic using different forms of verbs. The question is, how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit the pronouns below? Liyatulub simply means he should request. He in Arabic is huwa, which is the opposite of hiya, she. So how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit the following pronouns? Wahid, number one. Ana, I. So how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit ana? All you need to do is to detach ya'un and attach alifun. So the verb liyatulub will now become li'atulub, which means I should request. Ithnan, number two. Nahnu, we. So how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit nahnu? All you need to do is to detach ya'un and attach nunun. So the verb liyatulub will now become linatulub, which means we should request. Thalatha, number three. Anta, you, representing a single male person. So how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit anta? All you need to do is to detach lamun and ya'un, and we are going to be left with ta'un carrying sukun and the rest letters. So the question is, how do we now make it pronounceable? So we go and borrow alifun. So what kind of vowel sound do we read the borrowed alifun with? The third letter determines the kind of vowel sound that we read the borrowed alifun with. The borrowed alif being the first letter, ta'un is the second letter, and lamun is the third letter. Since the third letter is carrying dumma, so we give the borrowed alif dumma. So the verb liyatulub will now become utulub, which means request. Arba'a, number four. Anti, you, representing a single female person. So how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit anti? The same principle is applicable. However, we are going to attach ya'un to the last letter. Remember, once ya'un is attached, the letter before it must take kasra, as we know that ya'un is the mother of kasra in Arabic. So the verb liyatulub will now become utlubi, which means request, commanding a single female person. Hamsa, number five. Here, she. So how do we change the verb liyatulub to suit here? All you need to do is to detach ya'un and attach ta'un. So the verb liyatulub will now become litatulub, which means she should request. She should request. So remember, we use ya'un in Arabic to talk about a single male person, and ta'un to talk about a single female person. Talking about them does not mean talking to them directly. La'allaka fahimt. I hope you understand. MashaAllah. Udurus, learn. Walahis, and observe at the same time. Udurus, study. Walahis, and observe at the same time. Mufradun, singular. Muthanna, dual. Jamu, plural. Mufrad, singular. This is a word in Arabic that means only one. Muthanna, dual. This is a word in Arabic that means only two. Jamu, plural. This is a word in Arabic that means more than two, from three upward. Plurality in Arabic start from three upward, unlike English where it starts from two upward. Then we talk about mudhakkar. Mudhakkarun, masculine. This is a word in Arabic that represents a male person or a male object, just like the verb. Utlub can only be used to command a single male person to request. So if there are two in number, all you need to do is to attach alifun to the last letter of the verb utlub. Remember, once alifun is attached, the letter before it must take fataha, as we know that alifun is the mother of fataha in Arabic. So the verb utlub will now become utluba, which means you should both request. So if there are more than two, all you need to do is to attach wawun to the last letter of the verb utulub. Remember, once wawun is attached, the letter before it must take dhamma, as we know that wawun is the mother of dhamma in Arabic. So the verb utulub will now become utlubu, which means you should all request. So you may ask me, so the alifun written here after the wawun, what is it doing here? So the alifun is only telling us that the wawun written before me is not part of the verb, rather it is an extra letter. La'allaka fahimt. I hope you understand. MashaAllah. Then we talk about mu'annath. Mu'annathun, feminine. This is a word in Arabic that represents a female person or a female object. Just like the verb utlubi can only be used to command a single female person to request. So if there are two in number, use the same form of the verb utluba. If there are more than two, you go and replace ya'un in utlubi with nunun carrying fataha. Then you give sukun to the letter before it. So the verb utlubi will now become utlubna, which means you should all request, commanding a group of female persons. La'allaka fahimt. I hope you understand. MashaAllah. Al-istimal, now the usage. Wahid, number one. ليطلب الطبيب منه ترك سكريات. ليطلب الطبيب منه ترك سكريات. ليطلب الطبيب منه. The doctor should ask him ترك سكريات, to avoid taking sugary substances. Ithnan, number two. لتطلب الطبيبة منها ترك كثرة النوم. لتطلب الطبيبة منها ترك كثرة النوم. لتطلب الطبيبة منها. The female doctor should ask her ترك كثرة النوم, to avoid sleeping frequently. ثلاثة, number three. اطلب منه ترك كثرة الأكل يا طبيب. اطلب منه ترك كثرة الأكل يا طبيب. اطلب منه, ask him ترك كثرة الأكل, to avoid eating more frequently. يا طبيب, doctor. أربعة, number four. اطلبي منها كثرة شرب الماء يا طبيبة. اطلبي منها كثرة شرب الماء يا طبيبة. اطلبي منها, ask her, commanding a single female doctor. A single female doctor. So اطلبي منها, ask her كثرة شرب الماء, to drink water more frequently. يا طبيبة, doctor. خمسة, number five. اطلبا منهما الذهاب إلى الفصل. اطلبا منهما الذهاب إلى الفصل. اطلبا منهما, ask both of them الذهاب إلى الفصل, to go to the classroom. How many of them am I commanding? Two of them. اطلبا. ستة, number six. لنطلب منه المكث في المستشفى. لنطلب منه المكث في المستشفى. لنطلب منه, we should ask him المكث, to stay في المستشفى, in the hospital. لنطلب منه المكث في المستشفى, we should ask him to stay in the hospital. لعلك فهمت. I hope you understand. MashaAllah. سبعة, number seven. لأطلب منها الذهاب إلى البيت. لأطلب منها الذهاب إلى البيت. لأطلب منها, I should ask her الذهاب إلى البيت, to go home. لأطلب منها, لأطلب منها, I should ask her الذهاب إلى البيت, to go home. ثمانية, number eight. اطلبوا منه الرجوع إلى المستشفى غدا يا أطباء. اطلبوا منه الرجوع إلى المستشفى غدا يا أطباء. اطلبوا منه الرجوع, ask him to come back إلى المستشفى, to the hospital. غدا, by tomorrow. يا أطباء, doctors, commanding a group of male doctors. اطلبوا منه الرجوع إلى المستشفى, ask him to come back to the hospital. غدا, by tomorrow. يا أطباء, doctors. تسعة, number nine. اطلبنا منها الجلوس خارج المستشفى يا ممرضات. اطلبنا منها الجلوس خارج المستشفى يا ممرضات. اطلبنا منها الجلوس. You should all ask her to sit down. خارج المستشفى. Outside the hospital. يا ممرضات, nurses, commanding a group of female nurses. اطلبنا منها الجلوس. You should all ask her to sit down. خارج المستشفى. Outside the hospital. يا ممرضات, nurses. لعلك فهمت. I hope you understand. ما شاء الله. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. Make sure to visit my online store to buy a copy of my ebooks via the link below, right there at the comment section. Like the video, share it, and hit the subscribe button below. مع السلامة وإلى اللقاء آخر.